Do I find his tone threatening?
Does she?
It's cautiously threatening.
It's cautiously threatening.
I step in.
Okay.
We shut the door, murder you, you're never seen again.
You could try.
Dare be spoken.
So how do you feel about... There's an 8-year-old in your room now.
There's a 15-year-old in my room.
It's getting a little under 18 here. There's an older than you person with a younger than her person.
I'm still assuming that they're somehow related. He made her cry in the bar.
But he already said she was dragon blood. How could they be related?
I don't question these things.
Okay, I walk over to my melon stash and pick up a melon.
In my room?
I keep one in your room. Actually, you probably have freaking melons sitting around in your room because you use them so frequently.
You guys rented
You were
a
raping
room.
a melon earlier. You grabbed the melon and he was raping.
Oh, gross.
Anyways, I nervously, fiddle with it. You know.
Hello.
You got there you go. You do the local tests. You got 2 little melon balls that you just kind of twirl around in your hand.
So are we all gonna have a moment where we're all just staring at each other?
It's a fucking Mexican showdown.
Yeah.
This is your fucking scene. You guys kept it here for this long. You play out of it.
So, who are you?
I don't say anything.
Okay.
Jesus, nothing.
Nice to meet you.
Apparently you're good with children.
Better than Eric.
Well, depends on who you ask.
Of the child.
I'll try again. My
Okay,
name's
don't ask the
Leslie.
child. Don't
I'll
ever ask the
silently be
child.
His name's
contemplating
Dan.
in the corner.
Dan?
Okay, go ahead.
Melon Man Dan.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
He sells melons.
And then you go to-
I sell bows.
Did you tell
That's
her
not
your
important.
name? Did you tell your
Yeah,
name?
it's in regular.
Okay, so then if you try to introduce me, you're gonna be like, and this is...
No, I don't even try. I don't know who you are. I was like, I don't know who
Hey,
she is.
Hey, your salesman pseudonym should be Bose. Bose knows Bose.
No.
And the irony would be it's a
Regolene.
horrible Bo, so he doesn't really know Bo.
Nickname Bo.
Oh, that would be so good. So good. In any case, yeah, where were you?
Well, I
guys?
was silently contemplating in the corner, and I turned to you and go, "Who sent you?"
Who does know my tool?
I
He's
said
brandishing melon balls
Who
at
are
you.
Boo.
Their name Boo? What?
I come up and I actually say boo to him to try to scare him.
Are you hungry? Are you lost? Do you know these people?
I told you a minute ago she's lost. She doesn't know where her parents are.
I don't know who you are.
My character starts to think maybe the Solar's insanity is actually more than just something the Sidereals placed on them in the first world.
You're not hungry? Give the kid a melon.
Oh, I'll give her a melon.
Not until she tells us who she is.
Vera.
Nice to meet you.
Jamilo.
They already know more about you than they do me.
Well, all right then. Vera.
Fine. What's your name? See, you don't even want to tell me. Back to Vera.
You don't have one.
What would your name have been in the first age?
What?
This is out of character. In the first age, what would your character's name have been? It would have been different.
I don't know. You can't put me on the spot like that.
You should know these things.
Why? I didn't know we had first.
Quiz, hotshot.
Previous lives.
Fine,
But I don't know
Bo.
anything about my previous lives.
Yeah, she's more prone to. It doesn't really.
But out of character.
It doesn't matter that much, though.
Dragged out.
What were you gonna call her?
Because of the women.
Yes.
Oh, you're
See,
gonna call me
that's
by
why.
my old name?
Yes.
She calls you by a name you don't recognize.
Okay, there.
Yeah,
I'll
there
come up with it later.
Okay.
And then I'm like, who?
Well, yeah, you
I'm like, who?
You wouldn't recognize it anyway, because you're fucking remembering what you were anyway. And that's actually the first vision you got was when she touched that.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even know what I was until 3 days ago when this guy was like, I need to talk to you. So.
I need to rape. No, not rape you.
It was really. Oh, you
Sorry,
were.
it's habit.
I need to not rape you. Come with me.
Sounds promising.
I'm gonna show you my fruit.
But I do look at you and say something about how the insanity must have carried over through your different lives, and just walk up and just ignore you completely after that,
Okay.
because you've been acting
Paranoid. He's just paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
He wants to live. He's a very old solar.
I just sit in silence.
I'm like,
contemplating.
and I'm like, so.
I have no idea
So
what to
you're
do.
following me?
Yes.
Think I'm dirt.
Do I know you? Like, maybe she's one of the little, like, rag kids that, like, run around in the town. I don't know, but if she had a bath, she would look totally different. I don't know.
You did.
And I'm, like, in one of the corners that we all used to congregate on. I'm like, did know you from there? Like, you're not familiar
Brooklyn
with
and
me.
6. You were over there, weren't you?
Hey, you know,
Forget about it. Baby the bobbin boobin it.
about it.
You actually don't know me in this life.
But does she now?
How long has it been since you last met her?
A lifetime.
A derp time.
An age.
Yeah, it was during the first age.
Okay. I guess I'm starting to piece things together a little bit. I'm still kind of like.
I'm like, so you know me from before I was me.
You're always you.
I'm like this close to having a mental breakdown. This is too much shit in like a short period of time. I'm like, 3 days ago, I was a homeless girl living in like, you know,
The Hollywood of slums.
yeah.
You come strolling into my life.
First, I find out that, you know, I'm a monster, and now there's a dragon-blooded 8-year-old saying that she knew me.
Who said you were a monster?
The universe? Like, I don't know how to answer
He
that.
did it. He did it. It was him.
Your character point to him?
No, I'm like, literally like looking at you like you're retarded because everyone knows solars are monsters. So I'm like, the universe? I don't know what you want from
No,
me.
actually, I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about either.
What you are isn't a monster.
I would disagree.
You would be wrong.
This is pretty subjective, I think. I don't think you.
You're not a monster kid.
A monster kid? Are you a monster adult?
Can I do the claw hands? Like, just like.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Do I have to roll for it or can I just do it? I'm like, yeah, this is totally fucking normal.
Can I do mine also?
If you want, I'm not gonna tell you.
I do the same thing.
You-
Okay, so you're a
resting
monster too. That doesn't make me less of a monster. That just means like 4 out of 4 people in this room are a monster, statistically
wait.
speaking.
When she does. Go ahead. What?
Dragonbloods can't do that.
I'm not Dragonblood.
But you look like one. That's what I'm saying. Dragonbloods can't do that.
Yeah.
Good job, baby. Good job.
What are
She
you?
cited a incantation. She just did it.
Yeah.
What are you? I point, yeah. I'm an archer. I always point. I'm like the Babe Ruth of archers. I'm like,
So you actually come out of your ego long enough to ask me what I am?
ego doesn't have anything to do with being interested in what you are when you're in my fucking room and it affects me personally. Yeah.
I ask you.
So no, he doesn't.
That is the correct answer.
I ask you what creatures can take on the appearance of other creatures.
We don't fucking know.
We're not lore worthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can roll it. Just roll it. Just roll
I was
it.
about to say, then she's going to say, goddamn
Hold on.
stupid
What's
solars.
what's your intelligence?
2.
Roll 1 die. You have to get a 10 to even get a success.
8.
Yeah, you failed.
My intel is 4.
Roll 2 dice.
I botched.
You think she's a demon. Roll your 1 die.
Come on, Eric.
1. You agree with her. Yes.
Do I at least know she's not a demon?
You're like, no. No. No.
She's not a demon. I don't know what she is, but she's not a demon.
And you guys are thoroughly convinced she is.
Let's
Okay.
consult the melons.
Cast the melons.
Story time. I'll wait till
You got a
Donna
bag
gets
of
back.
seeds and bones that you.
Just do a smell.
Yeah. The 8-year-old visibly, like, face palms. Like, god damn
I
it.
facepalm with you.
Thank you.
What's she doing? Some sort of demon trick?
Doppelganger.
Stupid fucking solar.
Derby spoken.
I'm glad I at least have some lore so I can educate you people.
Yeah, you're probably much needed in this group for lore.
I know, and I don't even have a lot in
Don't
lore.
have any effect on anything.
It's the stories of old, like it's like fucking lore in D&D.
Well, then it makes sense that I wouldn't have any lore.
Yeah.
I should have some, but
You should have at least 1 point. But that's fine.
I've kept my head in the sand pretty well.
You devoted yourself to melons.
And yeah, and
And melon-related lore.
And avoiding dragon blood, apparently. So much so that you're afraid of an 8-year-old child.
Which is sad.
You gonna wait till she comes in, or do you wanna?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
So you facepalmed because I was like, demon! And he was like, demon! You were like, no, not
Yes,
a
a demon."
Yes.
Because you go first, and you're like, well, she's not a demon, and they're like, she's a demon. Like they just overheard demon, and like, oh yes, she's a demon. It's like, no, I said not a demon. Demon, yes.
I start off asking what they know about the solars of the first age and what happened to them. Did you even know that you were called solars?
Basically I spout whatever myths were propagated to like small fisherman villages that
You
I
hear
would have
anathema,
known.
you hear blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Anathema, however you
Monsters,
pronounce it.
rar,
Yeah.
eating children and raping people.
Little
and
bastards who
towns.
ruled too much and fucking didn't care, so they just turned into
Yeah.
mindless monsters and destroyed everything and blah 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 blah. Or we're going to destroy everything. So if you find one, turn them into your local dragon-blooded magistrate, or kill them, and we'll give you a reward.
Yeah.
The usual propaganda.
Yeah, that's all we know, or at least all I know. I don't know what they might know something slightly different, maybe.
Well, they probably don't believe that, but they don't know exactly. Much
they
of
know
their
they're not
history.
monsters, so they know that's not.
Solar's genetic, right?
No, that's like you're chosen, basically.
So
It's like a godly thing.
So I wouldn't necessarily have come from a family of solars.
No, you would have
No.
come from like a human family, or
And you just, it's called Exalted. You exalt one day and...
Oh, well, then I wouldn't know dick about it, most likely, other than rumors.
well, that would explain your ego, though. You're like, I'm special.
You could have picked up bits and pieces that maybe Eric pieced together,
I
but
never
he
felt
doesn't
like
know
a
much
monster.
either.
Obviously.
He wouldn't know as much as, like, she would, because she's got fucking lore. He's just smarter than you. You're smarter than him.
And I was
Two
raised in a
intel?
fear-based household, so I'm sure they were used to a way to keep me in line.
I have more wits than
he has more wits than me.
He's uglier.
Yes, he is.
He's got that over you.
I'm average.
I guess I go ahead and tell them about the... First I start off with talking about the sun god and then the moon goddess, his second in command. And then I delve from there that the solars were the chosen people.
Okay. Go ahead, just go ahead and roll fucking...
Lore.
just in intelligence and lore, just to see. I just want to see how many successes you get, and we'll conclude it.
2.